Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, checking out some more beer that I got from Beer Dome from their big American release not too long ago during NBCC. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Check them out. Link for the shop is down below. They still have things left. So this is a pretty cool collab. This is a collab between Parish and North Park Beer Co. And this is another variation of Ghost in the Machine and Hop Fu. Both of those beers have countless variations. But this is a Ghost Fu. So a mashup between Parish Ghost in the Machine, which is a hazy IPA, and North Park Hop Fu, which is a West Coast IPA. Ghost in the Machine is a double. Hop Fu is a single. This is a double. So West Coast double IPA on 8%. And, oh shit, I got all the info here on the side. I was not sure about that because I was like wanting to look it up online. What's interesting though, didn't they mention other hops online? I'm pretty sure it said Chinook. No. Why do I remember Chinook? That's so weird. But yeah, really cool that they got to do a collab with North Park. Hop Fu is one of my favorite West Coast IPAs. So this has a lot to live up to. One of the big props I will give this is that compared to a lot of modern West Coast IPAs, this had head retention. It's got a little bit of haze, but it has head retention. And I think that's because it's not using findings. Findings have a tendency to kill head retention. What is findings? It's clarification agents that you can put in beer to make it clear. So Ghost Fu is 8% and is a West Coast double IPA hop with Amarillo, Citra, Cascade, Mosaic, and Simcoe Dynaboost. And I wonder what in here is like taken from both recipes. If there's anything... It's a new beer. Is it a similar grist? I mean, I believe there's a lot of hops in Hop Fu. I think Mosaic is in there. I think Simcoe's in there. I think there's also Chinook. Amarillo, maybe. I can't remember the hops in it. And Ghost in the Machine is Citra, mainly, I think. As far as I remember. But yeah, this will be fun to try. The first West Coast IPA I had from them, from Parish, was the West Coast Fu. Was that what is it called? Something? Or West Coast Ghost, sorry. West Coast Ghost, which was massively disappointing. I'm hoping this is going to be better. So, no canned on dates, but I saw advertisements of this recently. So I'm guessing it's probably like 3 months old or something like that. That's usually how it is with American imports. But let's check out the beer. So Pour is a yellow color with a slight golden hue. I mean, some of the modern West Coast IPAs look more golden or more pale yellow compared to this, but it still looks quite modern. I mean, it definitely is modern looking compared to the West Coast Ghost, because that was much more golden in color compared to this. This has like a little bit of that bright yellow hue to it, but also a little bit of a golden nuance, which could be due to a little bit of haze. Whitehead that still sticks around. Let's check out the aroma on the Ghost Fu by Parish and North Park. Definitely smells miles better than West Coast Ghost. It's more bright, it's more dank, it's more sippy. This smells like modern West Coast, but with a little bit more malt richness. There's definitely something in here that reminds me of like rich, crackery, rich bready maltiness, almost like you find in some German lagers where you get that like Munich malty richness. It's got some sippy dankness, lots of orange, acids of tropical fruit, dankness, grapefruit. It smells pretty good. It has like a drying, sippy, bright, I think maybe it's Mosaic and Citra together. It gives like a bright tropical thing. It smells good. It smells really good. It's got a little bit of that old meets new, which I'm starting to really, really like. I also love new on its own. And I'm not too into just old on old anymore. I don't know. All Cascade Hub West Coast IPA. Maybe you can make it banging. Who knows? That'll be fun to try. But it smells pretty nice. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Miles better. This is really good. My man. Miles ahead of West Coast Ghost. West Coast Ghost was just so like, what is going? It was so sweet. This is really good. High saturation of flavor. It's very different compared to Hopfu, in terms of malt richness, this feels, it's also a double IPA, so that's also part of it, but it has a really rich malt backbone and a rich body. But it also has like a little bit of that modern West Coast bitterness where it feels lighter than in the classic West Coast. And that's due to processes and flavors and things like that. Often these days, you don't go like 100 IBU or 80 IBU. Some stick around 60, 70. And then with all the modern hops and people taking hops out of the kettle and stuff like that, and just using like extracts and dosing heavy dry hops, it doesn't feel bitter in the same way, although theoretically it's the same bitterness. It was pretty good. It's very nice. It's got a little bit of an old school twang because there's some grapefruit in there, a touch of resin, touch of dankness. It's not super dank, but it's definitely dankness. But it's on the palate, it's really orangey, and then some bright tropical fruitiness too as well. So like sweeter oranges, mandarin, tangerines, and then there even a little bit of mango. But then there's like a bright edge that comes in, even also stone fruit, but a bright edge that comes in, which is like kind of dank pineapple kush vibes, a little bit of blueberry kush, like these kind of berry notes and stuff like that. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah, and it just has an edge, a sweetness that is the only thing I can put my finger on that I would like to be dialed back. But otherwise, I think this is one of the best interpretations or variations of Ghost in the Machine I've had in recent times. Some of the really heavily hopped big boys, some have not been too great. There's also, there was a couple. There was good Ghost Prime, I think it was called, was pretty good. But there's also been a few downers where they've been just like sickly sweet to me, and like really like sweet, overripe, gushing juice. It has some of that overripeness about it, this one, but it's cut by a soft bitterness. It's not it doesn't feel super bitter, but it's there. And then some brightness and some dankness and some sippiness, which is nice. It feels like a mix of old school West Coast and new school West Coast. Pretty much. Like, if you remember back in the day, a lot of West Coast IPAs were like kind of like this color, slightly amber hued. It's, the 2010 West Coast. It's reminding me a bit of that. It's quite rich both in mouthfeel. There's some resiny vibes now. Again, that classic West Coast profile. But yeah, very rich beer. It's I think this one is almost like a sharer because it's richer than I prefer in double IPAs these days. In terms of a grade for Parish and North Park's Ghost Foo, 91, I think. It goes above 90, I think, but it's not going into the 3s and 4s. Definitely not 5 world-class territory, which I think Hop Foo is. But it's still really good. And I'm sure it would be higher if it was just fresher, so it was a more vibrant and sippy than it is now, although it's still drinking quite well. Surprised. Maybe even 92. I like it. It's nice. But it's not like the best West Coast IPA I've had at all. But it's a good West Coast IPA. So, Ghost Foo by Parish in North Park. Check it out for sure if you can find it. It's in Europe now. Thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Link for the shop is down below. There's a chance this one's still around because it's a West Coast IPA. So you should go drink it and get it because West Coast IPAs are awesome. And as always, when it's comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and all that social media stuff. I keep saying Twitter. It's the spiel from like 10 years ago. Twitter doesn't exist anymore. Thanks. Cheers to that. And see you guys in another beer review.